Alright, we're going to be starting a little bit early today, but hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Hopefully Discord's finally working with the thing that I want it to do. Maybe. Maybe not. Is it because the game thing is detecting first before the stream thing? Because that wouldn't make any sense. Okay. Maybe if I have it stop detecting the game type thing? Oh, this is why we started early. Toggle overlay. Okay. Display currently running game as account message. Okay. Yep, that's what it is. When it shows what game you're playing, it doesn't show that you're on Twitch. That doesn't make a freaking sense. What if I turn it back on? Okay, now it's still purple. Weird. Okay, well, now that I've gotten that figured out, we finally have more venues for people to notice that I'm streaming. So hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. The Nonary game, Zero Escape, etc., etc. So last time, we got here, and this is after... Oh, this is after the escape from the director's office. That's right, we went in a circle, and now we're here.
Damn it!
What's wrong?
Watch your mouth, old man.
I left something in the director's office.
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how could I forget it?
Oh yeah, I must have set it down after using the face recognition thing. I realize Sigma's not that old, but this is his voice now.
You two going ahead to the
We're
warehouse.
10 parts in, I mean...
I want to come with you.
What else can I do now?
No,
Me too.
that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Alright. I'll see you two later then.
Right.
Bye,
Right.
Mr. Sigma.
See ya, Quark. I watched them jog off toward the blue door. Actually, this isn't quite right. Okay. And then they were gone. Guess I should be getting back then. Looks are still a bit chapped, but they're definitely better than they were. Also, still waiting on that here, so I'm gonna be freezing to death as usual. But next week, finally have it. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Whoop. That was weird. I guess we're in a new section. No? Okay. I stepped in the warehouse to find all the other teams are already there. Kay and Luna. Vi and Clover. And Dio, I guess. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the freaking reader. Like a freaking asshole. At least he waited this time. Also, everyone's still alive. Oh, wait. Except for Alice.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
It has.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Ooh. That's not good. As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin. Yeah, that's Dio, alright.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see, I can be considerate.
But Tenmyouji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. I mean, you know what it is, but I guess he doesn't want to reveal it. They ran back to grab it real quick.
I'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. God, Chilsung cider is so good. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. And wait, and wait, and wait. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmyouji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just gonna go to the director's office. I'll be right back. It's no big deal. Right. See you guys later. It's weird how she's winking but blinking with one eye. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Okay, my lips are actually still insanely chapped. I swear this is chapstick. And they're dead. I step into the room to notice there's nobody in here. Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone though. Tenmyouji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. Excuse me. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out of the blue door and to the elevator. So I basically just missed them. Awesome. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. Huh. Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. I better not go back up and everyone's dead again. Ugh. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Well, might as well head back, I suppose. I packed up the map and was headed toward the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. What? Why's that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. From a light? The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. As my hands freeze, the machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it slowly. You
finally made it.
No, you're...
I am Zero. I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can
This
see,
doesn't sound like
however,
Kay at all.
This is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my bald fist at my side. Spectacularly.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you.
Okay.
First, I will tell you about termites. In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important.
Okay.
In a way, it will determine your fate.
Okay.
So I ask that you listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
Uh-huh.
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA.
Okay.
No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites.
Okay.
We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty.
Uh-huh.
You are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said.
What's the second thing? Is it the password to the computer?
Let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you. It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
Bomb?
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention.
Wait. I need notes. I need notes. I don't know if the game is gonna do it for me, so I need notes. I thought I had notepad pinned to the thing. I guess I removed it. Oh. Yeah, I did unpin it. Silly me. Pin that back. Okay.
The
I'm
password
ready.
to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
1. BQZRGJDXR. Okay. That's 1 bomb down. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately.
Oh, okay.
I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait! God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear! Oh, but he can. I found myself yelling at empty air. Whoop! The hologram had disappeared. Ugh. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? That's a good question. Shit! I kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain
Oh, yeah.
until Ambidex
That's a
game
thing.
polling closes.
You should probably move.
All players, please
Crap.
enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
I mean, we were gonna anyway, but... Oh, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. I spun around and ran out of the room, toward the warehouse.
Grandpa! Look! Mr. Sigma's back!
Took you long enough.
I was looking for you, asshole. Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went on already?
Yep.
Why wouldn't they? Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah! Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up.
Oh,
Just
okay.
hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well,
1.
we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
Ah, you'd get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you'd choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this and we both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you. But I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it. I
How?
can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so.
What about Quark?
Swear it.
Because
We aren't
he's,
gonna abandon
he's a
everybody
Weasley little
else just
fucker.
so we can escape.
I swear too.
Oh, okay.
I promise.
Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it.
Okay,
Trust me.
Okay.
Please. You've got
What about your
trust
kid?
us.
Or, well, your grandkid? Question mark? Alright, fine. I'll trust you. I feel like it's a stupid decision, but I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain until Amberdex game polling closes.
Someone needs to vote.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally. You promised.
With that, they turned and ran into the AB room a second from the right. The AB room second from the right, not a second. That's a unit of time. Well, guess I should get moving. Schwip. And then it doesn't open and we just die. It's like, no! Finally get to interact with the game, other than just reading it.
1 minute remains until Amberdex game polling closes.
Yes, I know. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyouji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would make me a big dick. That would bring my BP to 6, and theirs as well. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. We'll get to that, but
Please. You've gotta trust us. You've gotta choose ally. You promised.
he's such a Weasley little... Tenmyouji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? Actually, I feel like it's the other way around. What the hell was I gonna do? I'm just gonna close my eyes and press a button.
Amberdex game polling closes.
And then I'll just be like, I don't even know what I picked.
9,
So,
8,
maybe.
7, 6,
Now we're choosing ally
5,
first.
4, 3,
3, 2,
1.
1. A for ally.
Round 3 of the Amberdex game has been completed.
Hey, this is the first time we've done round
Results
3.
will be displayed
Woo!
in the warehouse.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your participation. Amberdex gates now opening. Results from round 3 of the Amberdex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Yep, that looks like everybody. Hopefully Fi didn't die. Okay. You little dicks. They now have 11. So does Clover.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
The amount of surprise on Fi's face is literally 0. Oh wait, hold on. Did Kay just die? Did I miss that? Hey! What the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyouji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door even if we got 9 points.
What? So you're not gonna leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me! You bet! Okay, I guess Cave wasn't at 0. It looked like a 0. It was weird. It's like, that's not what I said. See Clover over there?
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyouji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyouji and Quark ran past. Not like there's any point in stopping them.
No! God damn it!
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyouji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell I'm happy! That's some shady shit, Tenmyouji.
If you say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah.
Can you
No
tell me?
point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Quick, tell us! Tell us before you at least, leave us to die.
The number 9 door has been opened.
Oh shit, this route is gonna answer all the questions.
For 9 seconds.
Let's go! Come on, guys! Time to move!
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game.
Ah.
I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
He pressed it into my hand. This route is getting
See you later,
really
Mr.
interesting.
Sigma.
Really interesting. Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyouji and Clover following in his footsteps. Is Tenmyouji going to tell us who Zero is real quick? I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
Wait, no, you didn't tell us who Zero was! Darn it. God, this game is so much more interesting than the first one.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please
Very blunt.
enjoy your stay.
Don't game over yet. I need to read the letter. Game. Okay.
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
This is weird. Okay, well, let's keep going.
Indeed.
I agree.
So, are the 5 of us gonna have a crazy orgy? I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing, and I began to read aloud to everybody because they cared, especially Dio. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Aw, that's sweet. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? Trust me, that hasn't changed. But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing. That was really, really small too. Ah. Suddenly it comes together. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. Otherwise I wouldn't be here writing this letter. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. What? I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. Wow, you're a pretty clumsy kid there, Quark. I didn't get hurt then either. You know, this is reminding me of when Sigma slashed his hand open. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Or pretty inhuman. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. Well, that's good. By the time I was 6, I started helping Grandpa with his work. You know, running the cult, and his job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. Oh, he's a salvager. I want to play Xenoblade now. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. So he's a pretty smart cookie, basically. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could get to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. The heck? You talking about some old town in Europe? They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. He didn't like the news. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. What a dick. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd asked her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with its actual mom was pretty impressive. Hold on, what was that part? There weren't a lot of kids with parents around. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? He probably didn't think he could handle a baby. and he apparently had a hard time. The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. Right? He was totally spoiled, and he bragged to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." Wow, what an asshole. It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he really didn't want me. Didn't really, but... Same meaning. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. So this is the Quark ending, I guess. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. Because I'm not old enough to drink scotch. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has. I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. That grumpy look he has. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. And then I got a root beer float, and it was awesome! The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. It's like, oh god, am I gonna fall again? I mean, it doesn't hurt, but still. I guessed right! Eventually the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. It obviously wasn't scotch. You don't give that to kids. It's bad. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. How did I actually guess that? It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float! I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. What kind of backwoods country do you live in? Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. Damn. What? To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. Where do you live? But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. A really, really gruff angel. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. I'm not a fan personally, but the creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. Pepsi float, on the other hand, I'm there. I felt like the luckiest boy in the world. That's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. Because I was 7, drinking a root beer float. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. This is freaking precious. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He'd bought me a root beer float, and apparently it was really, really expensive. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. Kid logic. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to, because he's a dick. so I wanted to be a dick right back. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. Abandoned buildings. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. Oh, hey, this song again. He started going through each thing I brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. I feel like I need some context. How much further from the root beer float did this happen? After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. Oh, I have a thought. Because this sounds kind of like Fallout, doesn't it? But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. This song is freaking beautiful, by the way. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first, I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. Holy crap, this is getting loud. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He'd spent all night out in the rain, looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they would save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't gonna die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably gonna die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he'd been a little too strict. All of the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and when he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. And then strapped some C4 to it. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever. Even if he said I couldn't. Oh. Is this the credits? Yep. The Tenmyouji end? In Root Beer Veritas. Veritas? I don't know. That's the name of the achievement, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Alright, that's the Tenmyouji ending. It was very interesting. But now we get to go back on all of that and betray the crap out of him. Boop. And
Results from
here we are.
round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
I did press betray, right? No, yeah, because it would have skipped otherwise. Clover still has, Clover still has 11. This is a problem.
Points have been
Oh,
assigned
Kay had 6.
or
Okay.
subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Somebody stop Clover right now. Hey, what's the deal?
Quark had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing?
I
don't
chose
really
betray
think this
because
is
I
the
knew
time for
you'd
a
choose
fight, though.
betray.
Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Oh no. Well, we've screwed up. Something tells me this will be a lot shorter than the other one was.
The number 9 door.
Fuck, she opened it.
Why? Clover, wait!
Clover! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean...
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
8,
Time for
7,
me to go.
6,
No!
5,
Please, Clover,
4,
wait!
3,
Like hell, I'm just
2,
gonna let you walk out of here.
1. Dio leapt at Clover, his fists raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved toward the door. What an idiot.
Goodbye.
I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Game over. Alright. Well, we got that one. Good God, look at that playtime. Alrighty, so those are those two endings. Still can't do anything with this one. So we're going to go all the way back here because we allied. Is there proof it wasn't murder? And so we have to betray in this one, and it may or may not end really soon because of the fact that this game likes to obfuscate that very well. So yeah, let's go for it. This is back on round 2 when we were voting against I don't know what the crap was even happening. So yeah, I remember now. This is when Clover was trying to seduce us, isn't it?
To ask you.
It is. Well, we gotta do it for those. It's wrong.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please
In this
direct your
timeline, Sigma's a horn dog.
to the results
The
screen.
end. And we're also about to die. So that's cool. Oh, hey, Alice is still alive. What's up, Alice? Yep, and now Clover has 9 points. And bye, Clover.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So, that's how it is, huh? Promises are made to be broken, I see.
Sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to trust you.
I could have chosen betray and killed you. That was a possibility.
Yeah. After all, you did choose betray in the last round.
That was a completely different situation. Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP. How do you intend to deal with that?
Don't worry. She'd never try and open the...
Really? Then what's that?
Huh?
Look, I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
What the hell? No. No way. You know, 9 times out of 10 it feels like it's Clover doing that. Has anyone ever noticed that?
Oh, the number 9 door.
She opened it.
Shit!
Clover! What the hell are you doing?
Sorry. Alice gave me an order, though.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help. My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AV game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever. That can't happen. I'm giving you an order as your commanding officer. Escape.
What about the promise you made me?
Promise?
You said you'd listen to anything I said. And that includes not opening the freaking door.
I can sure hear you well enough. Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it?
You
What?
bitch!
Were you thinking of something gross? You're a perv.
Hey, come on now. Oh, Sigma. You poor bastard.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will
I'm gonna
remain
reduce the desktop
open
audio a little
for
bit.
9 seconds.
Okay.
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Clover!
Clover!
Fucking bitch! You're not getting out of here!
You may have leapt toward Clover with a roar, but she danced quickly aside, dodging his punch with ease. I feel like I've seen this before somewhere.
Bye, guys.
Bye. With a last carefree grin, she leapt through the number 9 door, and then it closed, and then we were trapped, and we get to hear the thing again. Yay! I'm not gonna let that message play for a 3rd time in the same freaking day. Okay. Excuse me. Ka-chunk.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the no. Thank you. As the escape, please.
She's gone.
Huh?
Shit!
All we can do now is wait for her to call for help. What the heck's going on here?
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What's that supposed to mean? Tenmyouji said nothing, but just shuffled off through the yellow door and out of the room. A cold silence descended on the rest of us. It was a silence that promised to remain for a very, very long time. So in the end, we got game over, just with a little bit of added flavor text. Cool. And Tenmyouji hinting at the fact that the world is destroyed. Alright, well that's that one. Still don't know how to get the 5 minutes of life ending. And who planted the bomb, because freaking Tenmyouji didn't tell us who Zero was. So we're going to step back a bit of a ways. That requires me to get through the stupid computer with the password that we don't know. So we're going to go back to this one. What was happening here? Your guess is as good as mine. Alright, well, we're starting the game. And I have only one goal in mind.
30 seconds.
To betray whoever.
Until polling
Because I don't
closes.
know what's going on. Now, what am I gonna do? Well, I guess there isn't really any question. I promised Luna I'd pick Ally. Oh, God. Well, Well, are we gonna kill Luna in this ending? Because that would be really awkward.
Results from round 2 of the ambidextrous. Please stop.
Yes, I know. Oh, Quirk is 9.
Have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Is that a
Please
problem?
check your bracelet to
I
see
feel like that's a
your
problem.
updated bracelet points.
I also feel like that's not what happened last time.
Sigma, why?
I'm sorry.
You promised.
I have to see all the roots. I'm so sorry.
Can't you say something? At least give me an excuse. Say you wanted to protect everybody, or you slipped and hit the wrong button. Anything.
Okay, I slipped and hit the wrong
It's a
button.
lie. Just say something. I can't trust you anymore, can I? I see. All right then. You did it so that you could get more points, right?
I wanted to say no, but I couldn't. She was right. I shut my eyes and turned away.
I trusted you.
I know.
Goodbye.
Bye. Luna's face twisted as she spun away, but not before I saw tears glistening in the corners of her eyes. I am such a scumbag. The scummiest scumbag of all scums. My heart sank into my stomach like a lump of lead. I'd lost something very precious. Like they say, trust takes years to build, but only a second to break. If only I could have taken that second back. But that wasn't possible. Wink. Life only moves in one direction, and you only get your choice to make your choices once. That's only if I was playing that one game. The past is the past, and it stays there. That one game being Doki Doki
Hey!
Literature Club.
Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Someone should stand guard at the door just in case. Clover yelled after him, but Tenmyouji ignored her and continued toward the magenta door. That's right, Quark's missing. She glared at his receding back and muttered something under her breath. Something must have happened between them.
Tenmyouji, you're going to go look for Quark, right?
Yeah, so?
I want to help.
No thanks.
Really?
Much as I'd like to say that, I need all the help I can get. Think you can give me a hand?
Of course. Let's go.
They headed off through the magenta door together. Ew. Clover was left standing by herself, brows furrowed and head down, deep in thought. Then suddenly she stood up straight and took off through the cyan door. Is Alice dead in this one? I can't remember. I turned and saw that only Fi and Kay were left. No, yeah, I think she's dead. Where's Dio?
He went off toward the yellow door while you and Luna were talking.
He just walked out?
Yes. He did check the results before he left.
I bet he wasn't very happy. If I had chosen Betray, he'd be sitting pretty with 9 BP right now. What made him think that would happen?
I imagine he would. Fortunately, Fi is much too clever for that. That was why I chose Ally. It was an easy decision.
But if you'd betrayed her, then you'd have been able to get out of here.
Perhaps. But I made a promise to Phi.
A promise, huh? Were you really sure Kay wouldn't betray you?
Of course not. I'm not an idiot. I didn't really have a choice, though. The only option was to trust him.
That's so.
Yeah. Don't you think that's important? Trusting someone, I mean. Alright. We should go and look for Quark, too.
Indeed.
Stabbed right in the
Best
heart.
we split up, wouldn't you say?
We did say, and each one of us left for a different area of the facility. We did say. Or something like that. I took the magenta door. If I went to the yellow door, Kay took the cyan. We still have yet to do this puzzle. It looks fun, though. Hey, the Golem Bear. Remember this? This happened a while ago. But no matter how hard I looked, Quark was nowhere to be found. And then suddenly the number 9 door was opened. Eventually I decided to head back to the warehouse. Tenmyouji! What's going on? You found Quark!
Wouldn't be here if I hadn't.
Where was he?
Like I'm gonna tell you that.
What? Did I do something wrong?
You broke your promise to Luna. I don't like people who break promises.
Well, there's no rebuttal for that. Well, I'm glad you found him.
Ha! Oh, you got some balls saying that. Acting like you give a shit about him.
Is he okay? He looks tired.
He's just sleeping. Seems somebody shot him up with some kind of anesthetic.
Someone? Who?
Hell if I know. And honestly, I don't really care anymore.
Why not?
Quark's safe. Now, all I have to do is get him out of here, and this'll all be over.
Wait. You make it sound like you can get out right now.
I can. Well, he can. Didn't you
How?
see the results? Quark's PP is
9.
exactly.
So you're gonna have him pull the lever and open the number 9 door?
Yeah. Of course, he's gonna need my help to do that.
But what about you? You've only got 4. Even if you can get the door open, you'll...
3. Now, maybe some of you are thinking. You're thinking, oh ho! If my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with enough BP open the door. And I'll just slip through when it's open. Well, that's not gonna happen! If you think you can be sneaky, well...
Think I don't know that? Doesn't matter, though. So long as Quark is safe, then
My guard was down. I barely even saw him move. It wasn't until pain exploded in my stomach that I realized Tenmyouji kicked me. I let out a strange sort of wheeze and collapsed to the ground. Ground floor. Blinking against the pain, I'd managed to find Tenmyouji again. He'd maneuvered Quark up to the number 9 door. Dwarf. Stop! Tenmyouji! Moving made me retch, and before I could recover and call out again, he'd done it. Well, this was a lot longer than I thought it'd be. Tenmyouji's hand pressed Quark's against the lever. He looked back at me over his shoulder. And then everyone's gonna start coming running.
Sorry. Door's almost open, so it's time I was on my way.
Tenmyouji, don't be an idiot! If you go through there, you'll...
Believe me, I know. But I gotta stay with him as long as I can. Couldn't live with myself if I just tossed him out there unconscious, you know?
Then stay here.
Can't do that.
Why not?
There's a killer here. It's too dangerous. I can't take that risk with Quark's life.
Shit, you're right. Okay, bye.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
See ya.
Tenmyouji, wait! Don't do this! Tenmyouji! Tenmyouji! Ka-chunk! And that was the Tenmyouji ending. I hope everybody enjoyed.
The number
Or
9
wait, no, we already
door
did the Tenmyouji
has
ending.
closed.
And that was just an ending.
Thank you. As the gate escape, please.
Huh? That was how it ended. Had Tenmyouji died? Had Quark escaped? I didn't know. I laid my hand gently against my aching stomach and stared up at the ceiling. Faint approaching footsteps echoed through the warehouse. One of them was a killer. Whatever. Didn't matter anymore. I was never going to see the outside world again. Perhaps it would be better if I just let them kill me. I lay back and closed my eyes. Game over. We're getting all the game overs today. That's probably going to be the name of the episode at this point. Just game over ... Alright, well, that was a fun 15 minutes. Next, we have this one, where it's the first Nonary game? No, it's the second, but this is the second. So what the heck is this? Oh no, we're choosing a door. I'm an idiot. Okay. This is probably going to be the pantry. Alright, so going through the red door with Clover is not an option. So we'll go through the blue door with Kay. Alice. Kay. The blue door.
Right.
We should hurry.
We took off toward the door to run. I glanced back over my shoulder to see the others heading for their respective doors. Vi, Dio, and Clover were headed toward the green door. That's a weird mixture. While Tenmyouji carried Quark toward the red door, followed by Luna.
2, 1, 0.
Good old Kay, running around everywhere
doors
like
closing.
a cat with a bell on his collar, so we can always know he's there. So that if we're ever stabbed and I hear jingle, jingle, jangle, jingle, then I'll know who did it. Wait, 3 doors.
It appears they are all locked.
Is this a dead end?
What's that thing over there?
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
Does that lever move?
Only one way to find out. Rec room. Have we been to the rec room? I think we have.
Well, that was easy enough.
It only opened the door on the right, though.
Then we are likely meant to go there.
How do we get the other doors to open?
I have no idea. There do not seem to be any other mechanisms which might cause them to unlock.
I don't think that's really something we should be worrying about right now. We have a door that's open, we should go through it.
You are correct. There is little to be achieved by remaining here.
Yeah, forward it is then. Or right, I guess. Oh, we have been here, but we haven't done the puzzle here. What is this place?
The rec room, apparently. Oh, you didn't see it. There was a plate on the door. It said rec room, as I recall.
Short for recreation, one might assume. How ironic. I doubt recreation is foremost on any of our minds right now.
Okay, the pool and darts I get, but... what's with all the suits of armor? Seems kind of weird.
If you think the armor's weird, check that thing out.
Is that a ride?
Yeah. I see them in front of grocery stores all the time. You put a coin in and it kind of rocks around. You must have gone on one at least once when you were a kid.
I have no memory of doing so, but it is possible.
Does this thing mean there were kids here at some point?
No, I don't think so. I guess it's part of someone's collection.
That seems like an exceedingly odd thing to collect.
Well, it is Zero Jr. So this place is a lounge, some sleeping quarters, and now this rec room. It's like we're on some kind of luxury cruise liner.
Now that you mention it, it does give the impression that people are supposed to stay here for an extended period of time. They have a small but well-stocked infirmary. Anyone here would be able to treat at least minor injuries and illnesses.
So you think this room is to help people keep from going out of their minds with boredom?
Yes. Relaxation is important in an isolated environment.
Everything anybody needs to live without leaving. I guess they're planning to keep us here for a while, huh? Well, that's not happening.
I agree. Let's just find those moon card things and get out of here.
Ah, there's a door over there.
No good. Won't open. Looks like it's locked up tight.
In other words, the moon cards must be in this room somewhere.
Right then. Let's find them. Seek a way out. Alrighty. So, the rec room. We've never been here before. But it sure has some interesting music. Yeah, so what's the deal with that screen over the pool table? I think it's a scoreboard. A pool table, huh? It looks as though a piece of the felt has been torn off. It's one of those rides like you see in front of the grocery store. Looks like Zero Jr. I get the feeling someone's laughing at us. I don't like it. Looks like this extension cord is plugged into the ride, but I'm not sure why. What do you mean? It's probably there so the ride can get power. That's not what I mean. There's way too much slack. Doesn't it look like the ride's power cable is long enough to without the extension cord? Then let's take the extension cable with us. Don't forget to plug the ride back into the outlet. Yeah. Looks like this box is connected to the ride somehow, but why? I can't say for sure, but don't rides often require payment in order to run? Yeah, but I don't see anywhere to stick a coin in. Have you looked closely at the lion? There seems to be a slot in the mouth. Weird. My god! This deer must have phased halfway through the wall and then gotten stuck. How horrific. It's just a mounted head! It's a decoration. Ah, I did think it had extraordinarily long legs. Nothing happens when I push the button. Why don't you hit it? A little damage might make it more flexible. What the hell kind of logic is that? If being locked means it's working correctly, then if it's not working correctly, it won't be locked. Nope. If we break it completely, then we're boned. What an astute observation. Yes, indeed. Oh, hold on. Weird, I can't plug it in. An outlet. This looks like some kind of control panel. There's something on the screen. Rectangular button turns stage lights on and off. Circular button activates armor. Huh. There's a triangle in the middle of the circular button. I'm gonna push it. The suit of armor swung the weapon it was holding in the other suit's shield. This guy's holding something. Is this guy holding a shield with glass on it? It doesn't look like there's something under the glass. Yeah, hard to tell what it is from here though. And we can't get to it as long as it's covered in glass. So I'll give him the weapon I got in exchange for whatever he's holding. Well, I know one way to break it. Oh! The shield! Glass is broken. We can get at the thing on his shield now, right? Yeah, let's grab it. It's an Allen wrench. Interesting. This suit of armor is holding a pool cue. I think we should take it. Are you really going to give the pool cue to that suit of armor? I just don't see the point. Does this explain how darts works? Apparently. I wonder if these are instructions for the darts scoreboard here. Are these the rules darts normally uses? I have no idea. Isn't darts just a way to flirt with girls? I guess some people use it that way, but darts is a legitimate and dignified indoor sport for gentlemen. What, where you compete to see how many girls you can get? What the hell happened to you? Automatic scoreboard, huh? Nice. If we had some dots, we could play a game or two. Looks like these are all the same thing. Do you think we're supposed to pick the right bottles or something? I hope not. They all look exactly alike to me. Then just take whichever one you want. Oh. Interesting. Oh. Also interesting. Ah, looking at your piece of felt, I see. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to fit it into this bare spot on the pool table. And there. Now to spray this table with luminol. And because of an earlier route, we know that this is the light switch. There are 6 letters on the table. Yeah, it looks like they were written in something that reacted with the luminol. They appear to be letters A through F. Oh. They appear to be the letters A through F. No pattern I can see, though. C, A, F, D, D, B, E. Okay. Do I need to get more luminol? It's so dark in here, I don't even know what I'm touching. Ah! Okay, what's that noise? I definitely haven't broken anything. You sure? What are you doing, Alice? Please don't accidentally break something valuable. You're one to talk. I guess it's dangerous to fumble around in the dark. Already took one, but maybe I should grab another. No, I don't think so. If you really need another one, you can just come back, right? Okay. The billiard ball poster. What's this supposed to be a picture of? The balls from the kids show, right? If you collect 7 of them, then you get a wish. Yes, exactly. These are what Dragon Balls look like. How could I have been so stupid? But there's more than twice that here. Oh, then it's a set of billiard balls. Then? Look, I think it's probably a hint. Just grab it and bring it with you. That's the safe. It is the safe. Moving on. If I had a thing... Alright, what am I supposed to do with these white balls? Maybe you need to drop them into the pockets on the pool table. Okay, so I can see. Oh wait. Yeah, it's corresponding to the colors. Okay, then we do have everything we need. All right, so C is orange stripe, which is 13. Okay. Next up is A. Wait, what? Oh, we need to do it in the right order. Okay. So first is A. That is on the top right, and it's purple solid. 4. Okay. Next up is B, which is in the bottom left, and it is yellow solid, which is 1. Which is 1. Thank you. Next up is C, which is the striped one, which was 13. Yes. Next up is D. That is the right pocket and is blue solid. So it is number 2. Next up is E. E is the bottom right. And that is green solid, which is 6. Finally, yellow stripe, 9, goes in the left pocket. Booyah! Ha! That was easy! It looks like something came out of the ball retrieval slot. You see down here. What is this? Some sort of container, huh? There's something inside. Why don't you take it out? Sounds good. I'll just hang on to this then. Ah. I need the rest of the darts. There's a round indentation inside this frame. Perhaps something round goes in it. Huh? I want it open. There's something in there, but we can't take it out if it won't open. Frame cover is locked, I can't get it open. Okay, so we need the discs or something. Alright, so I have an extension cord that should work with this jukebox. Oh, how nostalgic. This is a jukebox. It plays an old form of music media known as a record. With the push of a few buttons, you can listen to your favorite songs. Looks like it's not plugged in. There's an outlet over there, but I don't think the cable is long enough. It won't reach? Doesn't look like it. Guess we can't use the jukebox right now. Wait, Sigma, I think you've got the solution right there. Indeed. You could, you might say, extend the reach of the jukebox's cable. Now get to it. If I connect this extension cord to the power cable, then plug it into the other outlet. Nothing happens when I push the button. A bunch of cord is connected to the jukebox. Do I need a certain button? There's a large scoreboard on the ceiling above the pool table. There are two circles of light, like you'd get from a spotlight on the back wall of the stage. It seems the lights are actually coming from the other side of the wall. What? As you can see, the light isn't hitting the armor, which means the spotlights in front of the stage are fakes. There must be some sort of lighting apparatus on the other side of the wall. Oh, so it's a hint. But I guess we've already solved this then. Unfortunately, it seems that isn't quite enough. I believe we'll need to insert a coin before the machine will operate. Okay. In that case, we've come to an impasse. Because I have no coins, and everything in here requires a freaking coin to run. I have a pool cue. What do I do with this? That's a pretty fancy fixture. Yes. Yes, it is. Because putting the felt there was so you could use the light thing, right? Granted, I feel like you could deduce very easily that that's supposed to be E without putting the felt there, but whatever this guy wants to do. I have an Allen wrench, but I don't have anything to use on. Some luminol in there, but we can't take anymore. Right, that looks like Zero Junior, but I can't do anything with that. Oh, wait. One of the lower corners is a circular keyhole. Oh, that's a keyhole, not a... what do you use an Allen wrench on? I'm trying to think. Can I use it on the frame? No, because you have to put the records there. That's what it's for. I have the tips of darts. Apparently that's not enough though. I have a pool cue, but I don't know why. An Allen wrench. You know what it is, right? It's like a screwdriver, kind of. It just uses special hexagonal holes. Ah, a pull cue. Why was a suit of armor holding a pull cue? Perhaps it is not an ordinary cue. The button is a little weird. It's got a hexagonal hole on the tip. What? Oh. Oh! Okay. I understand now. Alright, this tool I've got should fit in the keyhole here. It took a bit of work to make, but yes, the tip does look remarkably similar. Okay, here we go. It opened. Then let us take a look inside. You know, I was all excited about finally being rich after we found these in here, but they don't look right. I agree. The markings are strange. I have a feeling they only work on this ride. That seems likely. In any event, we may as well take a few of them. Oh, when the lion eats the sun, yeah, okay. Cute. Okay, now put a coin in here. The button lit up. Guess it's on now. There's a black record sitting in the jukebox. Nothing to see here, move along. Oh, were you planning to put a coin in there? Yeah, I figure if I put a coin in here, then maybe it'll start up, right? Okay, I'll just drop a coin in and... Okay, why the hell are you riding it? Save that. Look at me go! I can't watch this. There is no God. Hey, Sigma, Alice! He's waving at us now. Alice, what's going on? I'm scared. I'm not watching. This isn't happening. Everything is fine. Huh? What was that? It seems to have taken a picture. Hooray! That was delightful. Now where's that photograph? Ah, there we are. Excellent. I give this to you as a memento of our time together, Sigma. I don't really... Just holding it makes me feel wrong. Now, that's hardly necessary. C91. Okay. Photo. Okay. All right. D1. There's a gold record sitting in the jukebox. Take that. Alright, we're solving. We're solving it. Bam! There we go. Looks good. Surround indentation on this frame. Put that. Okay, there we go. Huh? Did you hear something? Look! The lights on the frame in the middle is green now. Oh yeah, so it is. I'm guessing that means it might have unlocked. What's this thing? It's a box with dots in it, isn't it? A case for dots. There are 3 things in it that look like dots. They're not tips though, just the shaft of clutching. It looks like there's some kind of picture inside of the case. And have you noticed these markings on the lid? We can worry about that later. Right now, I think we should focus on making complete dots. Score 91. Combine it with this creepy photo. Okay. Alright, so we have the darts. Now that we've taken the dot shafts out of here, well, we don't really need this case anymore, do we? Not for holding darts now, but it's got some markings on it. You're right. Look here. It's got 3 images of dots and targets. One's red, one's blue, and one's green. It says score 91. I wonder what it means. Trying to memo it. Apparently, it's not a thing you can really do. Remember when we were trying to make a parallelogram? That was fun. Okay, we're gonna erase that forever now. Red, then blue, then green. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. A dartboard. If we had some darts, we could get a game going. Get a score of 91 with 3 darts. Keep in mind, however, that the score for each area must have a specific relationship to the other scores. Toss the dart into each area to retrieve the correct value. To throw a dart in a particular area, drag and then release to where you'd like it to land. Okay, so 91. How to best get 91 with the dartboard like this? Well, let's see. If I erase all of this, let's see. The highest score on here is 20. The next lowest is 17. And that doesn't give me 91 in the slightest. Darts poster. 20 times 1, 20 times 2, 20 times 3. Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Okay. So times 3, times 2, and times 1. So... 20 times 3 is 60. So... we just need 31. To get 31, we can do... oh, wait. It also needs to be green. Which one's a green inner? 17? Okay. 17 times 3 is 21, carry the 2, 5. 51. Alright, that leaves us with 40. Then the blue one... if I just made it something times 2, it'd probably work. Like, say... well, it's not really gonna work, actually. What if it's 13 times 3? It should work. 13 times 3 is 930. Which would mean I'd need to somehow score a 1. Okay, that's not gonna work. But if I used 11 times 3, that's 33. 33 plus 51 is 84. To get 91, we'd need 7. But that needs to be a red. Okay. There's no blue inners left, so we've got to use one that's like a middle one. So let's see what our choices are there. Well, we have 9 times 2, or we have 20 times 1. Which would actually give us the highest result. So just 20. Or, oops. That gives us 71. And to get 91, we'd need another 20, but that doesn't work because it'd be the same number. Okay. I think I was on the right track then. With 11 times 3, but the problem is I can't get 33, 84. What are we short by? 7. No, that doesn't work. Maybe I need a green inner that is not 17, but then it'd be even lower. Okay. Okay. I'm reading this correctly, yes? Yes, okay. Just checking. $20 times 2 is 40. That leaves me with 51. I can't do 20 times 3. I don't think I can do 13 times 3 either. No, I can. That's 39. Which makes it 79. I'm gonna put the total score that I need. Minus 79 is 11. Slash that, make it 8. 2 and 1. It needs to be 12. I don't have a way to make 12. No, I do, but it would need to be 6 times 2, and I don't have that option. Dang. I think I'm on the right track though. If I instead used 11, that would be really hard to erase. That would be shoot, no, I don't use that color. I can't read it. 91. Okay. That'd be 33. And if I did that, that's 73. So 73 minus 91 is oops. Is 11, 8, 18. Six times 3. Got it. Okay. That was fun. Boop. Did it need to be in the right order? I think it did. Okay. So the red one needs to be 6. Or, oops. Needs to be 18. Which is 6 times 3. Okay. So, boop. 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 Take that, puzzle. Good work. Looks like you got it. Well done, Sigma. Look, the screen has changed. Is this a password? Oh, well done. This must be for the safe. You did it. I have no idea how you are supposed to get the... I don't know how you get the gold file here. Like, at all. Not important. The safe is really hard to find. Okay. It's just like the one I found in the last room, assuming it does work the same. You go to this thing, put in the password star sun star. And boom! Ah, piece of cake. Now shall we collect our spoils? First. A map. It says floor B. The one I found in the lounge said floor A. Then that must mean floor A is the top floor. We rode the elevator down to get to this floor after all. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, moving on. Next we've got, some key cards. They have an image of the moon on them. That must mean these are what the announcer was talking about. The moon keys. We've got 2 of them, just like with the sun keys. Alright, Kay, you take one. Why? You're a solo. Alice and I will take the other one. Ah, yes, of course. Thank you. And the last prize, let's see here. A key. This must be for the exit. Now we can leave. What are we waiting for, then? This is the lock for the exit. It says lock right now. Time to kiss this weird-ass room goodbye. I actually had a rather nice time. Whatever, I'd rather forget any of this ever happens. 3, 2, 1! You found it! I'm getting more and more, boisterous with my thing. My reaction to that.
Interesting.
Memento mori if the 9th lion ate the sun. What is this place? A warehouse?
Hey, look over there.
Those doors are white.
Shall we have a look then?
Jingle, 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 jingle. Are these chromatic doors too?
They're all the same, though.
Well, this one's locked.
This one won't open either.
No luck here.
It looks like they have the same locking mechanism as the other chromatic doors.
So these will be the next doors to open. We should go let the others know.
Right.
An ambidex gate has been opened. Alice and I turned to go, but Kay stayed put. Is something wrong?
No. I just feel as if I've seen this warehouse before.
Wait, you've been here before?
I don't know. Perhaps I haven't been here. Only somewhere very similar.
You mean the floor A warehouse?
Perhaps.
An ambidex
Hey, there it is.
has been opened.
I was waiting for that.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What the hell?
Someone else must have opened one of the AB gates.
Before we got back?
I imagine they don't care what happens to the rest of us. That would be the most logical explanation. In any event, we should return quickly.
So it's Dio. Yeah, let's get going, guys. Face feels a bit dry. Or something. Hey, we've had 0 drop frames over 2 hours. Nice! Alright. And then it starts dropping frames as I say that. That would figure.
Sigma?
Where's Tenmyouji's team? Are they not back yet?
Nope. We were the first.
Then wait a little longer before you open the AB gate.
It wasn't us. I tried to stop him, but
Come on, it's not like when we open the door really affects the matches, right? It's cool.
no, it's not cool.
Your team returned quite early, Dio. Did your investigation go smoothly?
I guess.
Which room did you guys go to?
The treatment center.
The treatment center? How's that different from the infirmary?
There were these pod things. Look, just go see for yourself, alright? I don't feel like explaining it.
Eh?
You took something from the treatment center, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You did. I saw it too. After we opened the safe, you grabbed something out of it and put it in your pocket. Show us what you took.
Get away from me!
What Dio said. Clover shoved her hand into Dio's pocket and began to dig around.
It should be in this one.
Let go!
He doesn't sound very distressed for someone being held down. Before Dio could push her away, Clover found what she was looking for. Is the accelerator?
I knew it!
An injection gun? The label on the vial says Neostigmin. What's this stuff for?
I don't know, but I feel like I've heard that name before somewhere.
That's because you
Give it
told us
back.
about it. Or wait.
I found it, so it's mine.
Hey!
With a desperate lunge, Dio managed to grab the gun back from Clover. And then shot her! Oh wait, it's not an actual gun. But before she had a chance to protest...
Have any of you seen Quark? Anyone? Please!
Quark? Did something happen to him?
We found a pantry on the other side of the red door, but after we left, he just disappeared.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him.
You think he's lost?
Don't you think you're being a little optimistic there?
What?
Come on, that little jerk's probably dead by now. We've already found one corpse, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
How could you? Why would you say such a horrible thing?
Because he's Dio.
Whoa, simmer down there. Just saying it's a possibility.
Well, even if it is, we should all be looking for him.
Yes!
As we began to file out, I saw Alice staring intently into the corner of the warehouse. Oh, hey. This is where this thing kinda happens, huh? It seems strange, but looking for Quark was my priority. I turned and headed toward the magenta door. Quark! Are you in here? And then Captain Quark appears. Guess not. Damn, let's try floor B then. I can't believe I've never made that joke before. Or I probably have. Either way. We're nearly 30 hours into this. Heck yeah. This game is long. I mean, if you sped through all the text, it wouldn't be that long, I guess. But... And also looked up all the solutions of the puzzles. Because I know that's taking a little bit. But what's the point of playing a puzzle game if you're not going to do the puzzles? Tenmyouji's team took the red door. Probably already searched that area pretty thoroughly. Maybe I'll try the blue door. That's where we just were, after all. It makes sense to me, I guess. Also, I just remembered there's one person we've never seen dead before. And with Memento Mori, I wonder. We're gonna try it next, as soon as we finish this. It's probably not, but I've got no better ideas for that. Quark, where are you? He's not here either. I thought he'd be riding on the ride, like a weird creepo like Kay did. Where the hell did he go?
Ah, sit.
Yeah.
Any luck?
Nothing. Can't find him anywhere.
I see.
What about you? Never mind. If you found him, you'd have said something already.
Indeed. I went to the treatment center, as well as the Floor B warehouse, but he was not there.
Oh well. Let's head back to the Floor A warehouse.
Good idea. Perhaps the others have had more luck.
Well, did you find him?
Sorry. We couldn't find him anywhere.
I see.
Are the three of you the only others to have returned?
Yeah, we're it.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have any luck either.
Yeah. No clues or anything.
I don't get it. With this many people looking, it seems like we'd be able to find him pretty fast.
Quark is only a child. It's possible he's become trapped in a small, enclosed space.
Well, wouldn't we at least be able to hear him calling for help?
Yeah, you're right.
Quark.
Tenmyouji's shoulders slumped. He looked old, much older than he had when we'd met. I could see tears glistening at the corners of his eyes. For just a moment I saw in them all of his pain, fear, and despair. It felt like someone had put my heart in a vase. That's enough of that. Then Dio appeared and the mood suddenly changed. He killed him!
Hey! You guys, come here! What are
Dio?
you standing around for? They're in the crew quarters!
What?
Just come on!
Oh, it's Alice. Alice is dead again. Ah, dang it. We'll never have an ending where she doesn't just expire. Oh wait, yes we do. But then she died shortly after that. Oh, that's weird. It's slightly different. Nope. Okay. Nope. It's the same room. Yep. Wait, Luna and Alice?
No.
What the crap happened in here? How? What? But this doesn't. What?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
There was a roaring in my ears, breathing, heartbeat, but my footsteps sounded muffled, as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had been driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood. No one could survive something like that. I forced myself to swallow the stinging lump in my throat and turned toward Luna. She at least wasn't bleeding to death. Unlike Alice, at first glance she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check for a pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline. Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. I already knew what I would find, but pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing. They're dead.
My God.
What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them!
Who?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
Oh, okay. You're saying this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed, but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
Or perhaps they killed one another. Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
That's pretty far-fetched. Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle. I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now. We'd all separated to look for Quark. Any one of us could have done it.
You mean the killer is one of us?
Do you think there's someone else in here?
Well...
Do you think that Zero Sr. killed these two, as well as the old woman?
Oh, give me a break! How can you just sit around here talking?
No point in making a fuss.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of us is a killer. Can't think of a better reason to make a fuss.
You do realize you're the most likely suspect, don't you?
Excuse me?
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them, and...
Are you saying I did this?
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't need to get so worked up about it.
Taking his words and throwing it
10
right
minutes
back
remain
at him.
Until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
So if you don't vote, your choice is set to ally? I guess that means Luna's vote will be ally for this round.
Yes, it does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
They killed Alice and Luna for that? Who would Luna's opponent be?
Quark and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
You want to say that to my face?
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice? She's playing against Kay, not me!
Not quite. Even without his partner Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote as he wishes.
Then
He's
maybe
got a point.
That's why Luna died. Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
True. I suppose that is a possibility. But we are engaging in pure speculation here. There is little to no evidence to support any of this.
Well, we should probably head back to the warehouse.
We should take their bracelets with us then.
Huh? Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
You're pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
A sterling deduction. I await your further insight. He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
What did you just say? Are you fucking with me?
Knock it off. Is there really any point to arguing about this?
Agreed. We aren't getting any younger here.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Alice.
Come on, Clover. We gotta go.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover.
If you don't vote, Dio might get out.
Huh?
He's got 6 BP right now. If you don't vote, you'll automatically ally. And I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray. That'd be 3 points, which will put him at 9. Once he's got that, there's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll try and pick ally, of course. But Dio's not an idiot. He'll try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Dio will have 9 points?
What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
Fine. I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Good. Let's go.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I took a deep breath and locked the AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? Where was Quark? Did I pick Betray or Ally before this round? This is Ally, okay. I still have yet to betray on this path. But, we'll get there. I wasn't in any kind of mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous games, but at this point I didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and started toward the entrance to my AB room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting ally? I would reciprocate, of course.
Huh?
You have 5 BP. If we both ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total. Should you also cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9. Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one. That being the case, choosing ally is the most logical choice.
True, but how many points do you have?
Me?
As I recall, you and Clover chose Betray in the first AB game. That means you should have 6 BP right now. If you betray me and get another 3, you could get all the way to 9 this round.
Ah, yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
But you picked Betray in the first round, didn't you?
That was in the interest of my own safety. As I only had 3 points at the time, the prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling. Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
Why wouldn't you want to get out of here as soon as you possibly could?
Of course I would like to, but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Why's that?
Isn't it obvious? If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten what Zero told us?
The number 9 door only opens once! Once that happens, it's all over! It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
I trust you remember now?
So if someone opens it and escapes, the rest of us are
Precisely.
screwed.
Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Hey, don't tell me you're planning to just leave us all in the lurch and take off by yourself.
I would never do that. Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave? Especially knowing that if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Well, no, of course we'd stop you.
You see? Working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Okay, debate over. Let's go.
Our time is nearly up. I trust you will choose wisely.
Yeah, of course. You too. We're gonna get betrayed. We are 100,000% about to get betrayed here. But that's okay.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Kay had made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. Would he really choose to ally? If I chose ally and he chose betray, he'd have 9 points and I'd have 2. And I also would have negative, but it wouldn't really matter. Still, even if he did have 9 points, he might not try and escape right away. Excuse me. The question was, how much could I trust him? If it's about as far as I could throw him, it's not very far. How much could I trust a man whose face I'd never seen?
10 seconds
Plenty.
remain until
Hey.
Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8,
8, 7, 6.
6, 5,
Trying to
4,
click through this apparently is a futile
2,
effort.
1.
Vote has been recorded.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed, in case anyone was curious.
Thank you for your participation.
No problem.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Weird. We never got to see the extra rule about dying if no one put in a vote.
Results
Clover obviously
from round
betrayed
2 of
because
the Ambidex game
Dio.
will now be displayed.
It was him, Dio!
Please
Anyway.
direct your attention to the results screen.
And after this ends, I'm going to head out and pick up some new glasses. So that's pretty cool. Betray, betray. Betray ally. Wait, what? Okay, you asshat. Oh, now Quark can leave with K.
Points have
Except for
been
the fact that
assigned or subtracted
there's no Quark.
accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
You know, Tenmyouji does look pretty suspicious right now, doesn't he? What?
So you did indeed choose ally.
You tricked me!
I apologize.
Sigma! You fucking idiot! Now Kay's got 9 points thanks to your stupid ass.
But he's not gonna just leave us.
I apologize for taking further advantage of your trust, but I will be leaving.
What? Before we could react, Kay slipped past us with speed and agility that belied his size. In the blink of an eye, he was standing in front of the number 9 door. Well, shit. Well, shit.
Kay! God damn it! Wait, you son of a bitch!
He didn't give any sign that he'd heard Dio. Just grabbed the lever and pulled it down, while all the rest of us just stared dumbfounded with our mouths agape.
Oh no!
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Why did you do it? I trusted you,
The answer
Kay.
is obvious. 3 people have already been murdered. If I remain, I place myself in greater danger. A simple decision, really. I'm sure you would have done.
God damn it,
I
Kay.
apologize. I do intend to contact the police as soon as I have escaped. Now then,
Kay, wait. He didn't even turn around. Oh. That's never happened before, has it? Oops.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your
Oh, wait, why am I listening to this?
He's gone.
Damn it! This is all your fault, Sigma! There's no point to blaming him now.
Yeah. It's not like we can open that door again.
Ah, damn it!
No, this isn't right. This can't be right. We stood there in silence, staring at the door. The only exit to the outside world, now closed forever. Our only chance of escape now was to hope Kay would keep his word and contact the police. Alice, Luna, the old woman who had killed them. Was it Kay? Who knows? And where had Cork gone? There were questions we still hadn't answered, but we had plenty of time now. Perhaps we still would. Game over. Yep, this is definitely the game over episode. Alright, well, we have time for one more route, I think. However, there's one little thing I want to do first. There's only one person we've never seen die. Oh wait, ID and pass. Yeah, I got nothing. Never mind. To be continued. If I ever friggin' learn this ID and password. Oh, well, that was a fun little distraction. Alright, in that case, let's betray Kay. And then he'll choose ally and we'll be blamed for being an asshole. Yay! Blah blah blah, he made the compelling argument, but in the end he just betrays us anyway, so we are going to choose to reciprocate, as he said. And then I'll be like, but you chose betray last time! Technically that wouldn't be an incorrect statement.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Betray, betray. Still betray ally. Betray, betray. Okay, cool. Everything worked out. So you pick betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or anything?
I could ask the same of you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
I had thought that you would choose ally.
If I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not gonna let you get out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
No, you would.
I might
Trust
choose
me.
to wait
I know.
until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
Yeah, well, I considered that. Didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me.
Well,
No need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
says the guy who told me to trust him so he could betray me.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
The honesty is refreshing, but that's not really the brightest move.
So you chose betray too, huh? If you just picked ally, I'd have 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that?
There's no way Clover would have chosen ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP.
Are you an idiot or something?
Bunch of smartasses.
So you chose betray?
Of course. Luna's bracelet is already off. No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
Are you worried that he might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Whoa, whoa, nobody's saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
What are you, an Esper?
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round.
Starkeys.
Star key. There is no set. The Ambidex.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that means they're gonna be played over and over.
Alright, well, where do we find them?
Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh? You found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. There are 3 white doors in the Floor B warehouse.
White doors, huh? Maybe that's where Quark went. The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they open. We've still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Yeah. Looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm a blue solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
You say something?
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
What about you two?
Cyan, pear.
I'm a cyan pair, too.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well. Both of them are yellow pairs.
Then what color is Quark?
He's a red solo. In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need,
That's why
say,
she made that sound.
red, blue, and green.
But solos can't group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer doesn't sound like a good time to me.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
And then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You think I kill him?
Well, maybe, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You trying to start something, you wrinkle old piece of...
Bless me. That sounds weirdly... Hey, knock it off! We don't actually know what of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us. And there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
Then why did he kill Alice and Luna now? If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance. Excuse me. What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Wait, then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us all to look for the killer.
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah. I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we gonna pair up then?
Can
I not be with
Kay.
you?
If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument. Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway. No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh
Would you
yeah.
prefer someone else?
No, I guess you're okay.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Alright, looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
All right? Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with yellow and green. Once we're all done, let's meet in the floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
I think I'm trying to cut too deep into my finger. Alright, so we check the infirmary. Nothing in here. And then we check the other thing, and there's nothing in there. And then we meet in the warehouse, and everybody is dead. Yay! Let's hope that's not the case. There's no one in the infirmary. No Quark, no killer, and just us. At least as far as I can see.
There is someone here. Technically, at least. The old woman.
Oh, yeah. She was lying silently on the bed furthest away from us. Not gonna come back as a zombie, are you? If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. But she had blood all over her chest and arm, so it'd be a pretty hard trick to pull. Blood had dried and darkened and now looked like any other stain. Not quite. That was when I noticed it. Huh? Wait a minute. Look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Yeah. For some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist. A watch, perhaps.
Or a bracelet?
Yes.
A watch.
It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
A watch, huh? I don't know, it just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. Aren't women's watches usually thinner? As I wave my bracelet in the air like I just don't care.
Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewelry? You mean like a bracelet or something? Of course! Why didn't I see it sooner? I'm an idiot. This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the nonary game.
Okay, is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing, and none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
Then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They've probably still got it.
That would seem likely.
Now wait. If they'd been carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would never have opened.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief, but a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still. Yes, that would make sense.
So the killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet?
Yes.
And you're telling me they're probably wearing it?
Correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words. But in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it.
Why?
So that they could participate in the nonary game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant. For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were. To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
That? I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to
Well, you
be
know it's
mad
not
to
K. His
choose
is
to
built
come
in.
here. But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, there's blood all over the old lady's arm, except for right here. Since that's where the bracelet was, then the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it. That's why Tenmyouji was going around spraying everybody's bracelets with luminol! But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off. Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
So you're saying they cleaned it?
Yes. Have you discovered something?
Okay, I know how we can identify the killer. Oh, this would have been a sticking point.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. It doesn't matter how well they cleaned it, there should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Wait, hold on, what? Oh yeah, this is after the rec room. Okay. Whoops, nope. Yeah. First, we need to finish looking for Quark, though. We've still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to floor B to meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
We're finally gonna learn who the killer is. Or will we? Anyway. I think we're getting close to the climax. There's 3 doors here, too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But... looks like 2 of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Let's take the door on the right. Huh. What's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at a workbench. You go check out the far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. It's not here either. Hey, Kay. How's it going over there? Kay, can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked toward him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. And it was open! Weird.
Yes.
It's empty. Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was
Yes.
it? Then what are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? I think that was Dio, Phi, and Clover.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on this door says this is the Golem Bay, however.
So you're saying they didn't go here?
I believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open this safe, who did?
Well, there's no point thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, and there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then. So this is the treatment center, huh? There's a couple jellyfish
This is
in
the
here.
room
Hello.
that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there 2 rooms on the other side of the green door?
An excellent question.
Well, we can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden, or small holes he might have escaped through. You know, what was in the Golem Bay when we searched it? I don't remember. I had the solution for the clock. Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
The window's all covered with frost on the inside. I can't see in.
Shall we open it?
Yeah, might as well. Have at it.
What?
What? Quark! No! Oh no. His bracelet. It's... Oh god!
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? I quickly pressed a finger to Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. I have honestly no idea. I can show you. He's alive! He's alive! We are here. Which is after the blue door, after you do the ally thing, and then betray. Which is when you pick ally, K escapes. So yeah, that's where we are. I still have yet to get through this.
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
Wow, it's a good delivery. I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug. Or at least as much of one I could manage. Well, Luna's dead, so it'd be kind of hard for it to be her path. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died. No?
Perhaps Zero Senior took it off?
He said it would come off if
I
your
have
heart
no
stopped.
idea.
What? Why? Yeah, we haven't done that yet. Maybe Zero Senior brought Quark here and put him in this pod thing too. Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? What has he
How
got?
do I know that? In
It
any
rhymes
event,
with medical
we should return
sex.
and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyouji in particular will be pleased.
Or perhaps Nyx, because that's your name. Yeah, I bet. Do you think you can carry him, or...?
No, I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised. I'll close the pod's cover then. Is that all right?
Yeah. Sure. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's gonna be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing on his own?
He'll be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed.
Yes, that is what I said. But you needn't worry. You see, I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, good news! We found Quark! Well, today's been quite a day of revelations.
You're late.
I
You're
am.
one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it?
Yeah. Clover and Tenmyouji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
I explained to them how we'd found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Well, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably be.
Probably? Do you even...
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyouji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know where there's that intersection with 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know. We,
So did
we
you
sure
and
pin a
Kay
lot
go
of
through
stuff
the
on
other
Zero.
door?
Yeah.
What was in there?
Nothing really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows? It was probably in the safe, though.
Tenmyouji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
There's something I
Never
want to
easy
check
with you,
first.
is it?
Well, let's get it over with.
We headed to the rec room, grabbed the luminol, came back, and sprayed everybody.
Huh.
Oh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
I said nothing, and instead made my way over to the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The pool table lit up CADBFE. The room went dark, and I headed back to where the others were still standing. Probably confused as to why the lights were off.
Whoa, whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why? You scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelets. You too, Fi, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. I want to see the underside of them.
What do you mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have the display on it? Come on, you really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little, different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. And then we find out mine's the one with blood on it, and everything goes sideways. There's a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Phi stuck out their arms. It was hard also to see that in the dark, but I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upward. Spritz, spritz.
This okay?
Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists, starting with Dio's because he's Dio.
Ugh. Cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Phi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course. Because I didn't go murdering any old ladies.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet again. Please and thank you. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio. We don't have time for this.
Why do I have to do what you
Everyone,
tell me?
grab him! Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Well, like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No! You don't get to order me around. I have rights!
As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around toward the other exit. Stop him!
Right.
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All three of us leapt at Dio. He didn't stand much of a chance. I knew it! His bracelet's glowing. Then that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady!
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of a mistake. Shit.
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
Yeah, okay. As quickly as I could, I explained to Phi and Kay. No, I explained to Phi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. 'Cause I'm Sigma. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well...
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Are
Why?
you Zero?
No. I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
To do what?
Who gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders are more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
Where would we put him?
Is there a room we can lock or anything?
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Alright, let's go with that.
Come on, please. Hey, listen to me.
We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's gonna need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop!
Language, Dio.
Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
I did. Everyone died. It's a good ending. Well, almost everyone. Looking back on it, I noticed Kay and Quark were not there. But
open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
Ugh. You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
Spoken like a true killer. So I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyouji.
Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start?
I
from
did,
there?
but it
They
won't
may
let
have already
me do the
returned.
5 minutes of life thing. It's weird.
Let's go.
Good point. So I'm guessing there's still something I'm not understanding. But I know it counteracts the bracelet, and that allows you to cheat once. Huh. It's like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now we've got to go look for them.
How much time until the white door's open?
50 minutes. Oh, that's still plenty of time.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
That makes sense. Kay and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet. When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
Well, how should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty
I
much.
see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no! We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyouji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Oh,
Quark's bracelet
cool.
is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyouji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them. I
How?
don't know. But it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
But that's against the rules!
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyouji is Zero Senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us.
So I would assume.
Well, this is still all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay. I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, alright? Oh. And don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Oh, yeah, right. Him. Of course. And so we begin our search. Over the hill and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. We still have yet to do this puzzle. This is the pantry.
So it would appear.
Well, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
Well, I mean, I only had like one left, so... Gonna hit it eventually. No one here either, huh? Tenmyouji loves scotch so much, I thought we might find him here drinking some. That's a thought process there, Sigma. Well, it was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably would have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. That sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to the suit I'd kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything.
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
When did you remember that? Did it just pop up out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke.
Sorry.
This is serious.
Sorry. Okay. So you remember who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you.
Well,
Okay, stop for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until
He
I was
wasn't a
older.
kid in a little suit, was
That
he?
had been the
Because that'd be
situation for as
adorable.
long
But
as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
he wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working. Oh wait, he wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't there were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child back then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and then several of the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought I would be so happy. So, for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. That must have sounded freaking awkward. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." What? I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. And he made us a mother! It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. Wow, what an asshole. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me, and then shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she were a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. Okay, can you speed this up? I'm going over time here. I need to go pick up my glasses. You can talk to a robot and it will respond. But in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him. But I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. Even I can tell through that blur that that's the old lady. She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. Nine to 7, okay, cool. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. I know it's an old lady, and she is very dead right now. Also, if you reveal that, I'm probably gonna block you. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with this research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. That's all I ask. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. It was very awkward, to say the least. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too, when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. If ever. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day, I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. I will say I do have a guess, but I'm just gonna keep it to myself for now. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. I wonder if my heaters are coming in yet. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. And also like colleagues. But, yeah. It's a start. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. That's 0. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. It's like, I recognize that coat. He talked to us about termites. It was very strange. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. Huh. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. 22, okay. There was only one thing to do. Destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it the entire facility. Is it the facility we're in right now? But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I had misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or fulfill your purpose as his spare? As his replacement. Ugh. Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she had shown me had been real. Excuse me. She had made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help repay that favor. It certainly is fitting in with my guess. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. I'm still keeping it. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was the potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Did he contract Radical 6? Okay, take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyouji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
I should probably check the time, too. Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I better get moving then. Have a good nap. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn.
Yeah.
Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. We were literally just in here.
What's up with him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game, and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolute zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just gonna melt and run out my ears. Ew. That's some good imagery. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. I'm trying to find a good stopping point. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole nonary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, how about who Zero Senior even is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. We know a few things about a few people. I don't even know anything about you, Fi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not
I'm just
it.
like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. Sounded like gunfire.
Yeah. It came from the hallway.
Okay. Let's go have a look. Well, I guess I'll have to pick up my glasses after work tomorrow then.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the elevator.
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Hey, it was.
Thought so.
Let's go. Why did it sound like gunfire? Something's not right. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Tenmyouji or Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio. Well, maybe
sure?
Dio. Huh?
Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine. How freaking longer is this gonna go? See, told you, it's open. Alrighty. Treatment center! Looks normal enough. We headed to the first pod. Where am I? Oh. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. There was Quark, sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing.
What about Dio?
How about Dio?
Yeah, let's open this. What the hell?
Check his pulse.
It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead. But I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead.
Look, the oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Then that means he's asphyxiated. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go.
Nobody will miss you. Also, hello. Without waiting for me to follow, Phi turned and ran off. Rand? I took a deep breath and followed. This is going bad. Phi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. But he was already dead. Kay, wake up! Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. It's cool. He twitched and sat up.
What is it?
Oh, good. You're not dead. We explained about how we'd found Dio dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation, which is a fun word. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0. Okay, we need to stop saying 0 at every opportunity, yes?
But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyouji. And Phi. We can't forget Phi.
There's also Quark.
What? No! That's impossible! That's impossible! As what's his face would say? Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just,
Gonta.
you know,
That's his name.
take it
Yes.
into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyouji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
I think I heard something. Give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, it was probably just the upstairs neighbors making noise again. Okay. Boop. I can't if you're going to take a nap. She went on to explain what she heard.
So you heard something?
We
Then
had heard.
Perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyouji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope.
Hmm.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Oh crap. If only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open.
Alright, let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyouji are already there.
Well, I need to finish this too.
Where's Dio's bracelet?
Huh?
What?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right.
Oh my god.
Without Dio's bracelet,
this is not
we
a
won't
good
be able to
stopping
open the
point.
secondary door.
I fear not.
Alright, well, I've got to go do something. So I guess that'll be all for this randomly ended episode of Let's Play Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward, the Nonary games. As always, I've been Rene Seichi. If you like this video and are watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring the little bell in case you want notifications on all my uploads if you do subscribe. And in the description below, as well as the people watching on Twitch, you can find a link to Twitch and Twitter, and don't forget to follow me there for notifications on all my streams and stuff. So, yeah. Until then, we will find out more about this mystery next time, and perhaps get a bit closer to the end. Until then, later guys. I did save, right? Yeah, because it says launch. Okay.